Hi guys, it's Rachel here. I'm doing my video a little bit earlier today because I have to take Lulu out this afternoon. So I have another variation for the these thingies. What are they called? Envelopes. Hope everybody is well. Now you can see I've got my mat down today. I've put my sticky tape everywhere so that way I can stay on screen and not drive anyone bananas. And so I'm just going to glue this here like so. My glue's a bit smushy. And so I've got my base. So I'm still using my big book page because I've already got a folded over piece. So this is going to be my first pocket here. And then let me see if I have any other pieces here that I could use without oh yes, I have another piece here. I'm going to make a smaller pocket, so I'm just going to tear off probably where the writing is. Let me see if I'm on screen. Oh yes, it's working very well. Sorry about the green. And then I'm going to stitch down there so you get double pocket. How exciting is that? That's really got it going. And today I didn't decorate. Oh, that's my sample. You can't see it because I haven't decorated it, but I could. Let me see if I've got a piece of paper that I could slip in and show you. I've stitched it down. So you've got this pocket here, and then you've got this pocket here, and this pocket here. I think that's really cool. I like it. Like that, and then like that. And so this is another variation of our lovely Patricia pocket. Okay, so thank you, Patricia. You see, look at all this inspiration that you've been giving us. So I'm not going to decorate it first because I'm just going to make my life difficult and decorate it afterwards. But I actually like to see it also. That being said, I like to see it as a whole. Now I do wonder, do you want to see? This is just a folded over book page that I'd been gluing on. So I'll tell you, if you want to know measurements, I hate measurements. You just make it up with your size book page. But if you want measurements, I've got about 9¼ inches, and I'll tell you the centimeters, about 23½ centimeters, and then we've got 6¾ inches or 17 centimeters. So obviously this is just the page folded in half. And then this I've torn off about, I think it was about 1 inch. Let me see, 1 inch. Yes, I tore off about 1 inch, 2½ centimeters off the folded book page to make that pocket. So you've got about 1 inch or a little bit more at the top, or 3 centimeters at the top there. Okay, so now what we need to do is, first of all, I need to do this bit. And so I'll just line those up like so, and I'll clip them with my clips. And I am going to eyeball it and stitch it down the center. If you didn't want, well, maybe we won't eyeball it. Maybe we'll be more precise. How about that for a change? And I'll just make a little crease here, more or less, where my center is, as I would with my fabric. So I've tried to treat my paper like I would treat the fabric. I'll get my sewing machine. It's going to cast a shadow, I'm sorry. Make sure I don't have it on zigzag because I don't want to zigzag down the center. I don't know if it's on screen or not. You don't need to see me sew. You've seen me sew before. And I'm just going to stitch down the center. Oh, turn it on. There we go. And I'll do a little back stitch there because that's a pressure point where you're slipping things in and the stitches come out. Now, if you've got really fragile paper, as I've mentioned before, you could just dab a little bit of PVA glue on the back, and that would probably hold it okay. So there I've created, this is going to be my 2 little double pockets. And then I need to stitch it all onto here, and in this case I'm going to use my zigzag. I'll move my sewing machine away, but we'll bring it back. So I'll just clip it again. I don't want things sliding around because that does tend to happen. So I'm going to stitch that. Zigzag it. I don't know, I'll try and get on screen. There we go. Should be on screen there. Maybe I'll just double check. Oh, and just, I mentioned it yesterday, I made sure my folds were at the top here, and not the raw edges, if you know what I mean. So that way I didn't really need to stitch across the top of those because they're already fairly strong. Okay, very carefully tear that off because that's on the corner of my very old paper. And I'm going to move that out of the way. I don't think I need that again. We don't want any sewing machine shadows. Okay, and I haven't zoomed in today, so I had been told recently that I needed to zoom in because you can't see, but then you can't see what I'm doing around in the wider, broader area, so I've decided not to zoom in, so that way you can see the broader area of what's going on. So I hope you can see everything. So that is my envelopey thing. Got a pocket here, pocket there, and a big pocket at the back there, and plenty of space here to be able to slip things in. They're not too tight, they're nice. Obviously you don't want to bulk this up, and you could strengthen this here. Well, this will strengthen also because we're going to collage on there, because otherwise it might tear, because I did backstitch there. Probably should have backstitched down there, not at the top. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it, today I'm going to use Medieval Mirage because I haven't used Medieval Mirage for a while. The reason being I've spent days cutting. Oh no, that's not Medieval Mirage, that's the other cutting I have to still do. So I've got everything in bags. I don't know whether this is going to help me or hinder me, but I've got it all in bags. So I'll show you what I mean, because I mean these add-on kits are incredible, and I've used a lot of this stuff. But literally you've got pages and pages and pages of all these tags and pockets and little things and mini things and stampy things, and you've got envelopes, you've got all kinds of things in there. They're very generous kits, so I just decided I needed to organize myself, and then I put all my scrappy bits for the kit in one of these things, what do you call them, a plastic sleeve. So that's how I've organized myself with these. So let me just have a look and see, but they're kind of bulky, so I really don't know what my solution is. Maybe I might need to find a box that's a good size and I can slip them in. Now I haven't cut into this one, this is all pages, so I'm going to put the Medieval Scribe Volume 2 away because I want to use that in a journal as pages and not tear it up, because I haven't. Now I've got Medieval Odyssey Volume 2 add-on, and see I've got all my pages here if I want to do any tearing or for the collaging, and then I've got little circles, tags, different size sort of journaling cards, little bits, all kinds of stuff. There's so much stuff. I think I might use this one, I'm thinking, or I might mix them up, you never know. And I didn't put these envelopes in a plastic sleeve, I probably should do that. And these bigger pockets I didn't put in a plastic sleeve, so aren't they pretty? So maybe we'll use Medieval Odyssey Volume 2. I might just pull it out a little bit. That goes in, I think that goes in Volume 1. Oh, that one's really nice too. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll mix them. Who knows? So we're going to be doing some decorating here. And I'm just going to have a look at these papers. So I think I might start inside, which is kind of weird, isn't it? And work my way outside. I like that one. So I just think I got into such a kerfuffle with all of these huge kits that I just couldn't see what I was doing anymore, and I had papers everywhere, and so I just felt like it was better if I tidied them up a bit. And so when I start tearing into a paper, I will then put it into a plastic sleeve, so I know they're all my torn bits. I love these papers. Look at this. So pretty. So I'm thinking, yes, I'm going to use this. I think I've got, see, this is printed on presentation paper. It's 120 GSM presentation paper. And then I'll show you the same one printed on. This is printed on regular, I don't know if you can see any difference there, but it's printed on regular copy paper. And this is, you can see it's slightly more defined on the presentation paper, but very slightly. But I do like to print it on the regular paper as well, because I think it's good for collaging, because that way you're not, oh gosh, look at that one. You're not bulking up too much. Oh, it's all so beautiful, I don't know what to use. So I'll put those ones out there. These are the presentation paper ones here, I think. So I won't use any of those. I'll put those aside. You see, now I'm all organized. Look at that. Because I don't know if you remember my past videos when I first got the kits, I was just taking half the video to flip through them all because there's so much. Okay, so let's see. What would I like to do here? I'm going to be tearing up these lovely pieces of paper, and I'm just looking which way is the up. I seem to have a problem with the up and down. Oh, I think I might like something like that on the outside here. And maybe, rather than going all pastel-y, I might put something like that there. Oh, yes. Ooh, that's good. Okay, so let's start tearing. I've got my ruler here. See, the benefits to having the green background is I can find my ruler because it's not blending in with my table, my glass table. Ooh, just feeling hot for a moment. It'll pass. And I don't know that I want to tear it all perfectly. I don't think so. Just going to go like this and see what happens. Let's just see what happens. We can always print it out again. It's not, oh, I love it. I just love it. Yep, that's going to go right there. Where's my glue book? Oh, you see, I tidied up all around me before I started this video, and don't know where things are. Oh, my glue fell over and glued everything. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen to my glue this summer. It's going to be all melted because they're saying we're going to have a really horrible hot summer. And I don't have air conditioning in here. But do you know what I do? I've got air conditioning in the living room, which is at the front part of our apartment. And so I think my dad taught me when he was here. He likes to come in he hates the heat, but he always comes here when it's in the hottest month, in July. It's also very humid here in where we are. And so my dad, he's really funny. He made a wind tunnel down the apartment. He put, so what he did was, so my air conditioning blows it out in the living room, out into the corridor and into the kitchen, which is exactly across the corridor. And then my dad put 2 fans in the corridor blowing down in the direction of my sewing room and the bedrooms, and it works. It cools everything down. It's really, really funny. Okay, I better concentrate. So I do that, and it does take away some of the heat. So it's really, really great idea. Thanks, Dad. Oh, I really like this texture with this, but I don't want these edges. I'm going to tear those off. I'm only going to have a piece of this. As you know, this is one of my favourite doilies, and I don't want all of it. I'm going to tear that bit off. I don't want that either. That can be used on something else probably, and I'm just going to put that there. Oh, as I sometimes joke with Lulu, we say me likey. Now, apparently, I couldn't remember. I forgot, because I make my videos and then I forget straight away what I said. But I said tocket for pocket yesterday in the video, and so one of them, Kiwi Grammy, she's hilarious. Kiwi Grammy, I can't remember if you told me you live in Australia or New Zealand, but I was just crying laughing this morning when I read her comment, because she told me that a tocket would be a tuck spot pocket. How cool is that? We can have a new lingo in the scrapbooking world. That just really cracked me up. Aren't these pretty? That's upside down. I think so. It's also pretty. Look at those. Oh, so many yummy things to play with. Anyway, that's that for the moment, because I would like to decorate this part here. Look how pretty that is first, and then we can decide if we want to do any embellishing. They might just be pretty just like that. You just don't know. And I think I'm going to be a bit more precise here. I hope I was on screen. I seem to have this thing. It's like going off screen. It's like a magnet. Just pulls me off screen. Okay. So we might have to have the green mat for the rest of my lifetime of videos. That might keep me, if it works, we'll have the mat forever. Okay. I really, really love this part here, especially. So, and I am going to hand tear. That's going the wrong way, just a second. First I'm going to hand tear this off. And in this video I might decorate, oh, I'm not doing a very good job at hand tearing here. I might even, I saw someone do that, hold it down on the table. I might even decorate these other ones with Medieval Mirage. It's so pretty. I think it's just because it reminds me of fabric, and as you know, I love fabric. And tear it down there. And tear it down a little bit more. Oh, so nice. And I'm just wondering, I might even tear that piece off. Yes, I think I don't want the line there. Could have thought of that before, couldn't I? And I don't, it's a little bit too, so we'll have to put something else. Okay. Now my floor is clean, but we will fix that very quickly. It'll become a mess very quickly. Let me see what's in here. I don't know. I bet you hate it when I say I don't know, because that means bumbling around for a bit. Oh, look at these. I mean, how divine are these? Just beautiful. I'm going to put that there. Maybe do I need a little bit of this paper over here? I'm going to tear a bit because I can always use it somewhere else. It doesn't matter. Now that it's become a torn piece. Love it. Quite like that, but maybe a bit less of it. I'm probably going to put some fabric somewhere as well. Some old fabric. That's quite good. Yes, I'm going to glue that down. Move these out of the way. Now, I know I'm a bit of a disaster with my videos, guys. Everything just seems to go wrong. There's always something going wrong in my videos. I apologise for that. I can't help myself. Maybe I'm in too much of a hurry all the time and I don't take the time to set myself up properly. That might be it. So today I took the time and I set myself up. And if I do a good job, then I have to slow down and set myself up every time. It's just there's so much to be done in a day, and I just find myself rushing all day long. Okay, so that's that. It's so pretty. It's just so medieval, isn't it? Oh, well, that's why it's called Medieval Mirage. Hello. No. Okay, so we've got those bits. So just move those bits out of the way. Now, What sorts of things do we have to play with? Got all these strippy things. I think they're for something else. And then we've got, what's that? Oh, that's just a little, I think I've made 2 bags of that size. Oh, I love it. And we've got little postal stamps. I think I'm going to tip those out because I like those. And you never know, something like those could work. And then I've got, I think that one should go in there. I can get rid of this. Oh yeah, I'm using Medieval Odyssey. I made 2 bags of that size. Just gorgeous. Okay. I need something not so much with pattern on it. I need something a bit more with figures or something like that. I probably need a label. I'm going to say it. I will need a label. The labels will be coming out. Just be warned, if you don't want to see a label, you might want to switch off. That's all I can say to you. Okay. Oh, it's all so nice. And then I've got tags here. Now, there are some interesting shaped tags in these kits. So that, like, these sorts of things are really cool. But they do blend in on my cover here. Oh, I love it. Isn't that pretty? Just want to play with it all, but you don't have time for me to play with everything. We've got these types with a little border around them. Something like that could work because they've got a border around them. So we'll pull those aside. They're all label-y sort of things. And then we've also got, which are those kind of shapes that confuse me, are these sorts of things. I have to figure out what you do with those. I guess they're tags. I guess they're going to be tags. I don't think I want blue. There's more of those that it could be okay. So my thoughts are to get some fabric in here. I've told you before, the Medieval, I've got stuff stuck to me. The Medieval Mirage kits just require fabric, in my opinion. Isn't that beautiful? See, these would all be really nice things to collage and make tuck spots and things stitched onto pages. Oh, look at her. Isn't she pretty? She's so pretty. I'm just going to pull her out. Like them as well. Jaff, you're a clever chook. Love it. Now, Jaff has a new kit out that I have printed the pages, but the add-on's not out yet. She's just going to have that ready soon. And it is to die for. It's floral, guys. Floral. Just make you go bananas with the florals. Okay, so let's stop gas bagging and see what to do here. We don't have all day. I have to take Lulu shopping. She wants to go shopping. And the poor thing, she's been asking me forever. She even, she did her wardrobe change all by herself. I don't have to help her do that stuff anymore. She does it all herself, which is fabulous because that's just one thing I really dislike. I haven't pulled out my spring summer clothing yet, although it's been quite cool here, so I haven't needed to. Oh, I just love it. I'm thinking I might like one of those square ones. Just let me see here. That's quite nice. Maybe this one with the floral. Quite like that. So, it's going to be a tough decision. At first, I was feeling a bit nervous because I was thinking, what am I going to do? I like that one too. That one's similar. Oh, look at this one. That could be nice. And then, I have to go through everything before I make my final decision because I might miss something. I like that one. I like the colours. I've looked at that one. And then this. I like that one too. Okay, well, we've narrowed it down to a few. So let's put these back in their bag if I can find their bag, because otherwise I'll have too much stuff flying around. I can't find the bag. Oh, I know the bag's already got other stuff in it. Here it is. This is the bag. This is the label bag, the tag bag. Tag bag. Okay, don't mind me. Just don't mind me rambling today. On a ramble. Maybe I might like this tea dyed. I think I've got more of this. I might need to do tea dyeing. I don't normally do that, do I? Oh, it's not very good cutting. Okay, we don't throw those out. We might need them. I think I've cut it too small because I'm a goose. That's nice. Or do I prefer it on white? In which case I would have to... I think I might prefer it on white. Just let me... Oh dear, now we're auditioning again. Here we go again. I do like that. Really like that one too. How am I going to decide? Well, I'll just have to make two. That's what I'll do. I'll just make two. I like them all. So I think I'm going to put her. I think I'm going to put her on here. But I didn't do a very good job cutting, so I'll have to cut again. You know what I normally do? Because this is old, and what I normally do is I put a little bit of glue in the middle on the back, because I am going to stitch around it, and then I will just glue it more or less where I want it, and then I can cut it out a little bit easier, I think, because this is sort of netting, sort of gauzy sort of stuff, so it's a bit flimsy. And then I've got to, now how am I going to do this? I've got all this stuff in front of my sewing machine. I'll move it over here, put it up there. That one I can put down here because I'm not using it. I'm not going to bring my sewing machine onto screen. You don't need me to do that. I'm just stitching around the square. Right, so let's just, I don't like those bits there sticking out. And you're casting a shadow sewing machine. Is that too big? I'd have to trim that edge off there. Maybe we only want a little bit of fabric. So I don't want to cover it all up, do I? Now I'm thinking she's too big. After all of that. Do I have smaller? Sorry guys. Do I have smaller ones? No, they're not smaller. They're those ones. They're bigger. What's in here? Oh, these are other shapes. Look at all these shapes. Oh, didn't see those shapes. Oh, they're interesting. We have to audition those as well. Oh yes, look at that. This one. I did like the lady, but I need her to be smaller. Okay, no. Okay, well, maybe I have to do one of these then. I think I'll do that one. So again, and I'm going to do it on this. We've just changed our plans here, because my issue is I don't want to cover up all the nice paper on the background. That's my issue. I'll just stitch this. I'm off screen for the stitching. Okay, now let's just trim off our excess. We have a little bit of excess here. I don't want all of it. Oops, I trimmed off the corner. Okay, Let's see what happens now. I think I like that more, and I put it at a bit of an angle. And I'm wondering, would I like something else with that? This lovely piece here. Let's just cut a random piece off that. You must think I'm mad doing all of this sort of stuff. Let's just lift it and see if we like it. Or would that be nice here? Nope, it's too regular like that. Maybe I'll just do it without that. I just felt like it sort of separated it a little bit from the background. Yeah, I think I'll put that there. So I'm just thinking I might even trim this little piece off so it's not too bulky. It seems like a weird thing to do, but I can use that somewhere. And I actually might, I think I'll, oh yes, I think I'll stitch that bit there. I'm just going to do a bit more stitching, guys. Bear with me. So I'll show you what I've done. Oh, it's kind of disappearing, but I don't care about that. See, I've just stitched it onto the back. It went a bit crooked, but it doesn't matter. I might just slip a little bit of glue under there. Now do remember that my my glue stick does stick fabric quite well. I've mentioned I've tried to tear things off, take things off that I've glued on with this, and I've ripped off the paper underneath. That's how good it is. Okay, so I'm going to put that on a slope like that, and I would like to put, I don't think I want anything like that there. I do like these stamps. They're lovely. Could have a little stamp there. That could work. We would like a little stamp with blue, or no, we don't want that kind because that's the same pattern as the background. I think I'm on screen. I like the blue. Okay, but I would like it on maybe a little piece of something. Or is that going to be too much? That's too much fabric. So I'm thinking, where's my papers gone again? Over here. I'm still here. I'm just grabbing this. Now I was thinking I was going to put this here. So why don't I do that first? So I need to tear. I'm going to tear it with my ruler, I think. So I'll tear that first. Move that out of the way. Tear this off. Feeling a little bit peckish. It's that, you know, like I think it's about 11 o'clock. So it's that time of the morning when your breakfast has kind of been digested and you feel hungry. Right, tear that off. And I don't want it to go down too far. I like that bit at the top. So let's just tear this off and I can measure it the other way. Can you imagine, after all that effort of putting this up here so I'm more on screen, if it's not even recording? That would not be good. That's going to glue in there. Yes, it is. So where's my glue book? Here. I'm going to put glue all over it. I need to get a new piece of paper. Just a second. I've also put sticky tape on my mat because Lulu took it off my table. It annoyed her and she took it off, and so I kept going all over the place. Right. So as with the ones yesterday, I'm doing it this way, and I'm just trying to be careful because I've cut it a bit longer than the one yesterday, so it's a little bit harder to slip in there. But it went in. It went in. I better not making a big mess here. I do like that side. Now I just need to do something to fix here. Okay, so there's plenty of things to play with. Like you could have something like that. Maybe I would stick it there just to decorate it a little bit. Could have now I'm never going to be able to see which way is the up there. I think that is because I cannot see for looking. Put that there like that. Don't mind that. But what I wanted to do, I'm sorry, but I just have to see what a label would look like somewhere before I make any further decisions. What colours do we have going on here? These colours. I don't think I want red. I really do think these are fabulous labels. This one here for Medieval Mirage things. Don't mind that. Quite like that one. Now I'm raising my voice just in case you can't hear me. I do like that one too. Just let me see another colour. Blue. What about blue? Just looking for ones that don't have... Oh, I think I like the blue more. Okay, put the black one back. Now, I did finally cut up all my labels and they are all sorted, so I'm having great fun now. I can use them to my heart's content. I'm going to put that there, I've decided. Yes, I am. And it's on sticky paper, so that's good. Sticky paper would be adhesive paper. Great. Now, how do we feel about this here? Do we feel like that needs something? Now, I really like that. I'm happy with that. And I don't think I need a stamp there or anything like that. I think that would be... Well, you could layer it. That could be quite nice. You could layer it. So we've got this going on here. Now, let's see. Got all these bits. So you know all these different funny shapes, you know they're quite hard for me to sort of use. I did quite like this one here though. Just to cover up sort of that a little bit. Just have another element. Possibly what I could do here is put this piece so it continues. I could do that. Don't think I want any more of that. Or what would be nice, I think I'm going to stick that down there just to do something different. I know. And again, all of these elements I did print on regular copy paper because I knew that, well, I thought, I didn't know anything, but I thought I might like to sort of layer them up. Now that's a lovely paper that you can write on, and I'm just thinking here I probably, you know what I would like is a bit of this Screech Owl Studio, just plain sort of coffee dyed paper. Or maybe I'll just leave it. Maybe I'll just leave it. Let me see what would happen if you just say you had, where have they gone? Just say you had some tags. Let's pull out the tags. Just say you had some tags in there. These are all little tags. I mean, the tags would cover it up, wouldn't they? So pretty. Look at that. Love it. Okay. So I'm thinking I might just leave that. You have these tags poking out. You've just got the writing there. Just let me try with this behind. Oh, I do like it with that behind. I think I might put that and just continue it down. That's a good idea. See, if I knew what I wanted to do to start off with, I could have put that in first, but I didn't know what I wanted to do, of course. And so now I have to do this bodgy tearing. So if I go like that, I just need to tear off a little bit. So I'm going to use, who was speaking about? I think it was Amy from Crafty Cat mentioned that I do struggle with this bit, and she does too, tearing the little bit, and that you could use your mat to line it up. Well, what a good idea. Who would have, why wouldn't I have ever thought of that? There you go, that was perfect. And that also covers up the fact that my book page was upside down. Did I put that the right way? Yes, I think I did. There we go. And so that's that pocket. You got a pocket there. So like you can get one of these, for example. And that would go in there. Look at that. How pretty is that? They would go in there. So I need to make some ephemera to go in those. So that is that one. Oh, I really do like it. I don't think I'm going to put anything else on there, am I? Should I quit while I'm ahead? Probably. I have other things to decorate. Oh, it's so pretty. I mean, you can just stick things everywhere. Literally stick things everywhere. You could never stop. Okay, stop. So that's the first one. Really like that. And I'm not going to decorate that side because I haven't decided what I want to do. And so I've got this one here, my sample. And I think I'm going to make that a Medieval Mirage as well. And I'm wondering, will I change... no, I think I might just change the papers that I used. So... okay, let me just tidy up my mess because otherwise I get out of control and then I can't function. So let's just quickly slip all these bits and pieces back in their bag. Very quickly. I'll be very quick, I promise. Just so I don't get into a kerfuffle because then everything will take longer. Yeah, I kind of like the bag system even though you have to put everything away. Okay, I've sort of tied that one up. I got those can just stay there. Now I do really like this paper. This paper is good because it's kind of neutral, and when you've got a lot of pattern going on, you want a few neutral bits and pieces around. Those can go over there. Okay, so that way I would like to use this ladies. Oh, so possibly she could be nice on that. So let's get the folder back over with the papers. And that, so this is the Medieval Odyssey Volume 2 add-on. I do have other Medieval Odysseys that I could look at because it's all meant to go together. So there's, oh, look at this. It's all lovely. It's all so nice. She's nice on that paper. And would she be nice on this paper? Could have a little seal there. Now that's too pale, so we'll eliminate that one as a possibility. I don't know that I want to cover up all the people, so that's eliminated. And then we've got we could use a different part of this one, like that part. It's too blendy. And then what else did I have? I've got this one here. I'd like to have a play with those envelopes too one day. So, okay, well, I'm thinking I'm going to use a piece of this. So I'll just tear that down. As you do, drop it on the floor. Okay, right, let's get this out of the way because that's just going to drive me bananas. Okay, and I'm going to just tear it about here. Maybe I like that piece more with the writing. Well, I'll prepare that piece as well, so then we can decide. So we can have that, or we can have this. I think I like the more patterned. Very indecisive today. Keep saying yes, I like that, and then I choose something else. So she could go on there, and she could have a bit of this. Now I know we used this in the other one, but we used it underneath. Oh, we used it on the top as well, but it doesn't matter. Now, I'm not going to throw those bits out because they're very good bits to use. That's not any good to use. Get rid of that. That could do it. Let me see what else there is. I think that's too much the same colour. We could have this piece here, though. Now you might be wondering, what is she doing? I'm thinking having that poking out one side. Oh yes, I think I like that more. And that way I've used that piece with the line on it. So I think I see this time I started with the top. Last time I started down here. This time at the top. So I'm going to glue this one down first. Don't need that bit. I don't even know if I'm recording what we're at. 48 minutes already. My word. Might have to do a bonus video today. Do two. Let's see if I can get this one finished quicker than the other one. I'm going to put this one here. Okay, and she's going to go there, like so. I wonder if I might like a little piece of lace. Just going to cut it. No, not the lace. What about, do I have any hemp nearby? Hemp, where are you? No, I'll have to turn around and... Oh, wait, I've got a little box of hemp. Just a second. I don't want to shake my thing. I'll just take that off. Okay. I've got a box here that has some little pieces of hemp in it. See this lovely little glory box here? I've got all these lovely pieces that were given to me. I love those. They just stay there. I use them all the time in things. This is a nice speckledy old piece of hemp. Or that one. Or let me see what else. Never throw anything out. Like that, I mean, that to me is just beautiful with all of that. There. Hoarding it. What else do I have in here? It's just a good go-to box. I need to iron that. I can't use that one. Okay. That would be too big, but let me just even see if I like it before I cut it. Need a strip. A strip of hemp. I know what I might do. I'm going to do a strip of hemp, and I might have a bit of this on the hemp and something else. This. Yeah, why not? I'm going to just zigzag that together. My sewing machine is quite far away from the camera, and I've got mess. I can't bring it over. I'm sorry. Okay. Might be one of those days where I do things and I think, oh no, I'm not going to use it. Could be. Oh, I've also got this. How about a bit of this? That might blend too much into the background, but we'll just have a little look. Or it might be something nice to use here. I think I'm going to use it down here. I'm going to put her there. So let's glue there. Get plenty of glue. Okay. Okay. And then now let's decide what to put down here, because I think I'm going to put this there. Okay. So do like that. And what I could do here, I know you're going to kill me. Oh, I could have a stamp. Could have a stamp, or I could have a label. Yep, that's what I said, a label. And I'm going to go the little, maybe they're too, these are too mini. These labels here are too mini, I think. Too small. Little label might be nice. Quite like that. See how organized I am? Okay, I'll decide on the label afterwards, because I want to see what I do down below first. And so I could have this there. Now I'm just not flipping it up because I want to see what I do, what I decide on. That's a bit too blendy. Where's my little collagey thing that I just made? Oh, I've lost it. Oh, here it is. I quite like that, even though it's got the same paper. Just a sec. What about if we put that one over there? Do you think it's too blendy? This is the only thing I'm certain of. Let's see what other papers we have. This is nice. Or would this be too busy? Too busy. Okay, just this one. It does help to put it down on the table. And then how high do I need it? About that? That's perfect height, that one. So I need to tear it about here. Okay, I might like this one, and I do. I'll put that one there. Okay, let's glue those down. Yeah. Okay, that's good. And I've just got to decide what to do with this. I stick that down there and then put this here. Or maybe I should just scrap it. I quite like that there though. Maybe I'll just scrap that piece. Put that there. Okay, that's that. And I have to decide what to do up here. Gosh, I love that. Sorry, just I'd forgotten about it. I just got a glimpse of it. Let's concentrate. Oh, look at that with that pretty, what is that, lavender or lilac? Oh, I like that. That's pretty. I think I might just put that there, just for something different. Got to do different things every so often. Can't always do the same thing. I like that. I'm liking these things on an angle as well. Okay, so that's that. I may not put any label, although it might need a label. Just don't know. Better check. Better check. Better check. I don't think I want red. And I don't want anything too... Oh, what about a doily? No, not a doily. Okay. Are these too small? I like the colour of that one. That one? No, the red. I don't think I want green. No. Maybe the red one. I think I'll just put that one there. And also because it's got quite, that one I have to glue, it doesn't have a sticky paper on the back. It's not printed on adhesive paper, I should say. That might be telling me I need to change my paper. Okay, got that off. What a bodgy crafter I am. Fold you that way. Okay, we've got a lot going on this one. And then we've got to do this little bit here and we are done. I think I would probably like something plain. I do like the straw paper. Or I had some plain stuff somewhere. Oh, what about some old book page? Let me just see what that would look like. Did they have ledger paper in those days? Probably not. That comes to mind, ledger paper. Oh, I don't have any here anyway. Oh wait, what's on this side? No. No, I can't bring this up onto the table. This is just my big box of plain, just book pages. The never-ending amount of book pages that I have. And I'm just trying to find one that... Oh, there's those envelopes. I was looking for those. I'm just trying to find one that, you know, the ones that are plain. Of course, you know, when you need them, you can't find them. Here's a big one. It's very fragile. Just could slip that in there. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to tear a little bit off because... Okay. Line it up there. Is that too much? Might be too much. Oh, this is really cool, putting it on the mat, and then you're able to see. I mean, it's not perfectly straight. That's better than nothing. Look, I mean, look how wonky that is. Oh, dearie me. Very bad. Very bad. It doesn't fit. Anyway, I'm going to tear this off. Don't need that. Oh, what about if I put it in that way? Well, that's a thought. Then I don't have to tear off any thin bits. Here. How about that? Oh. Over here I need to go. See if I can do a better job that way. Yep. Now, this is frail paper. It's way too long. I don't want to have it too long like I had the last one because I really did struggle getting it in. And this is a very brittle paper. I can feel it. And so I don't want to, you know, to rip while I'm trying to stick it in there. Now, where's my glue book gone? Oh, it's disappeared. Found it. Oh, terrible, terrible. His stabbing hurts. Terrible. Good thing we're covering that up. You see what I mean? Very frail paper. It's already ripped. No, oh, no vigorous gluing. Can't remember which way I was going to put it in. I think it was going to go in this way. I'm going to do a little bit of decorating anyway, so I'll cover that a bit up. It doesn't matter. Okay. Yep, so don't have it going too far down under there, because otherwise you'll tear your pocket trying to slip it in there. Okay. Yep, that's going to work. Okay, I think it's glued. And the thing is, I was just going to do a little bit of a collage up here with something. Put that there. Yeah. Just maybe one other thing. One other thing. That there. Is it on the fold, near the fold? It's near the fold. Quite like that. I don't think there's any smaller... Oh wait, where are those other smaller things that I had? These, but I don't want those again, but there were other shapes. These shapes I'm thinking of. Not that one. I just wanted to do something a little bit smaller up there. That's a tag. We don't really have any red in this project. Tried that one. It's too big. I think I might like the little tag best. I think I'm going to put the tag. Okay, just had to waste a bit more time. It's quite an interesting experience, having the excuse to talk to yourself like a mad person while you're crafting. Yep, that's going to go there. Okay, good. Okay, so first we're going to put this one down. Then this one. And then this one. I even quite like it just like that, but no, I'm just going to exaggerate. I know less is more, but I'm doing more is more today. And I want it at an angle. Yep. So you get a nice little surprise when you open your envelope. And I'm going to leave the script there. I like that. I like that. I'm going to leave the script there, the writing there. I don't think I need to cover that up, do I? No, I don't think so. I like that. And then you've got your pockets. So where's a piece of paper? I've got this piece of paper. Would be nice to show the pocket with something pretty. So here you can have little things poking out. I mean, how pretty is that? There, and then you've got the big pocket here. So cool. So that is it for today, guys. I don't know that I'll get another video done because as I said, I have to take Lulu out today and I've got a bit of work to do. So I've done this envelope here. I just love it. And I love it. And this one here, oh, I want to make more. I mean, when you first look at these kits, you just think, oh, what am I going to do with that? But once you just pick, this is how I approach it. I pick one thing that I really love that I want to include. And then I start pulling out the things that I feel like coordinate. That's how I approach. I do that same thing with fabric. It's the same thing. I pull out a fabric that has to go in and then I find what has to go with it. So I really like those. New variation on our Patricia envelopes, book page envelopes. I've got 3 pockets in this one. Writing space galore. And then the back is not done. As I said, you have to decide what to do with it. But there's 2 new envelopes there. So thank you so much for watching, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye.